Oh my God,
Oh,
this shit is crazy. Oh my God.
I hope no one takes a poop in the air.
Oh my God, this New York shit is
Welcome
crazy.
to New York.
You have to get yourself out of that comfort zone. Work with these people that you don't think are gonna look at you like, we don't think she can do it. Because when I get in a room with them, I'm proving something to them.
So I'm Saige.
Honestly.
Yeah. And the show is called Street Walks with Saige.
Okay.
And this show is basically my way of betting on myself. And I'm doing it, I've done, like, it's on YouTube all by myself. Like, I'm not backed by anyone. So you're being here.
I'm glad that I'm a part of it. Man.
Thank you. It helps me make my goals into reality.
I can't wait to post this. This is very different for an interview.
Yeah, cool. Well, I hope it's good for you.
Yes.
So I like to kind of just dig into everything I can about you, basically.
Okay.
But to start off, is there anything that you like live by, strive to live by, something positive?
Yes, I manifest everything.
Okay, I love manifestation.
Yes.
Can you tell me where that comes from and any examples?
So I manifested me getting my deal. I manifested a lot of money for myself. I manifested taking care of like everyone that I love. So it really comes from like, I don't know, I had got tapped into angel numbers really like early on.
Wait, is that like when it's like 0000 and like
222, 444, stuff like that? I got tapped into that because one of my aunties is like really into like the crystals and the angel numbers and all that type of stuff. And she was just teaching me like the symbolic meanings and of all that stuff. And I believe in it. So I'm like, okay, every time I see 222, oh, a change is about to happen in my life. And she tells me manifestations are like, they're serious. And I mean, I manifested that I'll be signed to QC, and I am. So.
And cheers to that.
Yeah.
And so when you say, so manifestation comes in a series, or like what is the significance of manifestation in the numbers?
So it's kind of like, say you see 444. I'm not going to be a teacher about it because I'm not that like reading about it or whatever. But when you see 444, there's a meaning behind it. It's kind of like how people believe in zodiac signs and all that type of stuff, or how people pray and believe that. I pray as well.
Okay.
But like manifesting is kind of like believing that something is going to happen before you get it.
And so with QC, quality control, for those who may not know, what were you telling yourself before it happened?
I'm going to be signed to them. I want to be signed to them. Like, I remember sitting in the bed. Obviously, I did my prayers and stuff, but with prayers, you have to work. Like, God will give you everything that you need, but you got to use it. Yeah. So manifesting was kind of like the grind behind it all, and kind of like this is going to happen for me. Manifesting is saying, like, this is going to, believing it's yours before you get it.
Yeah. So and when you were having, like, so P, who signed you, right? Yes. Again, for anyone who doesn't know, he's technically the CEO of Quality Control, right? Mm-hmm. So when he was not answering you for months and months and months, like, how did you stay like manifesting that and not being discouraged? It
was a very brief moment. I'm gonna call it brief because I got right back to my music. That I did get discouraged though. It was like he was signing other artists, and now that I know the process, I know that it was a serious process. Yeah. But it was like he was signing other people. I'm like, did he forget about me, or did I not have like the qualities of a star? Yeah. So I'm like, I was getting a little discouraged, but nonetheless, I still was dropping music. I was dropping freestyles. I'm like, I'm gonna still do this because at this point I had dropped out of college. Like, girl, you gonna have to. Yeah. And you wasted your mom's money from that first semester, right? I did. Yeah. I wasted her money, you know. I was broke. I'm like, I'm gonna have to continue what I came out here to do, which is my music, because what other route are you gonna take right now? Yeah. You know.
Okay. Well, I love that. And I'm interested to see like where you are a year or 2 years from now. Anything you're manifesting now?
More money.
Okay.
More money and big moments for myself. Like I want Grammys. Nice. I want hit songs. Nice. I really want to be not just like a big female rapper. I want to be a big artist. Like I watched Kanye's documentary and I was like, what the fuck? Like your first debut album, you get all of these things. Like I want everything that this life can come with. Mm-hmm. Not the negative shit, obviously. It's gonna come. But I want everything from it because this is not something that it was like, oh, I looked the part, so I feel like I can do it. Like I really had the talent, and it's God-given, and this is supposed to be my life. So I wanna do it all.
It's meant for you.
Yeah.
And that's why I love doing these, especially someone like you. Like you already have a huge following, you know, Spotify and Instagram. But also you're still like in a sense developing. Like,
I am.
Even with your numbers. So, and So I just love being at this point where we can see where you are in a few years.
Yes.
Like, similar to Dani Lay, I interviewed her like probably at like a similar kind of place. I'm not 100% on like
stages.
Yeah,
right.
but it was kind of similar. The Chainsmokers, that was right before they blew up. So I love this because
I'm glad you got me before I blew up.
Yeah,
that's gonna be dope.
But I'm also glad that it's now when you do already have, like, you're already
in those, like, going up.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah, and don't be
stagnant.
fooled. She has over 1 million Instagram followers and over 1 million Spotify monthly listeners too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's already established.
I was a XXL freshman.
Yes. Okay, I wanted to talk about that too. So that's a perfect segue. Where were you when you found out? Like, I'm guessing it was a call or like.
Actually, it's like a whole thing. Like, you get interviewed and stuff. So I got interviewed and they never like hit back and stuff. So my CEO was like, they want to get a second interview with you, and he's just like super hyped. I was in the house at this time. I think I was supposed to be going to the studio. That sidetracked me. I was super late to my session. And he was like, they want to give you a second interview. I did it right away, and like I got the call back, I think a week later, that I was a freshman, and we were shooting all the content for it.
And where were you when you got the call? Like, were you shitting your pants?
I was definitely shitting my pants. So I was in my living room though when I got the second call, where it was like, you got the spot. Like, everybody was texting me from my label, like, you're a freshman. And I'm like,
that's so awesome.
It's just crazy because I felt like my first year was going so fast. Like, I was in the BT Cypher, a XXL freshman. I was getting all these placements with these huge artists. Like, I had Gucci Mane and like so many. I had City Girls, my first mixtape, not even an album. So that was crazy.
Is that like weird pressure though? Like, being pretty early on and like already getting these amazing either features or placements?
No, I seen it as a blessing, but
it is.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that part. I feel like, I'm gonna say that it's definitely pressure to now, girl, what you gonna do after this? You had City Girls.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But also, like, there's so much more. So like that mentality, me asking that question is in no way being like, what can you really do? It's not that at all. It's just being like, I would imagine being an artist, like every piece of success or like every successful thing you do to me would be like, holy shit, so many people are watching, like, what if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? But you just don't even like.
It's no pressure to me.
Everything
is like super easy, and that's the name of my EP coming out Friday. No pressure.
Okay. So there's so many good segues here. So tell me about that. And let's start with the name and where that came
pressure.
from.
Well, people always ask me, like, is it pressure? Like, you're on a big label, you got household names, you got your CEO investing millions in you. Like, is there pressure to be like this thing? And I tell them, I've been getting pressure since I was a little ass kid, from family to school, making sure I have good grades, and I don't feel like there's any pressure. Everything that I do is pretty easy to me. Not cocky.
Yeah.
But practice.
I like that. That's confidence.
Yes. Yes.
And okay, so I wanted to ask you about your disposition. Like, I feel like you are very. This is from interviews, and it's also, I'm getting it also from now meeting you, but like calm, like calm, cool, and collected, I guess.
I am.
So, has that always been the case? Is that something that you have to like reset and be like?
I don't know. Do you like? Are you into zodiacs and shit like that?
I'm into manifestation and spirituality, but I don't know too much about zodiac
Me either.
signs.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay.
When people tell me it's probably because I'm a Pisces. I'm always chill, player, mellow, laid back. Not too much can get me mad except for being like hungry.
Okay.
Or like sleepy or something.
And so if something is annoying or something does piss you off,
I click.
What should be?
I get angry now. Because as an artist, you really have to stand on your shit. Like in this industry, or people as a woman too, and a young woman.
Yeah.
I'm 21 years old.
Yeah.
So I've been like, I learned, it's my second year now. Next month will be my second year signed with QC, so in the industry. And now it's like, you don't have to say yes to everything.
Yeah.
I was saying yes to everything
my
first year. So now, if it's annoying, I don't want to do it. Fuck out my face.
Yeah. Well, good for you. And what led you to that place of being able to say, I don't have to say yes to everything?
I'm getting very frustrated, like with everything that I was saying yes to, and kind of like regretting it. Yeah, like this is not really me. After
do you have any
moments.
examples? It doesn't have to be specific, like brands or anything, but like
Yeah, there's not I'm not gonna say the name, but there definitely was a brand that just didn't fit my image.
Oh, yeah.
And just like who I was, and it kind of was like forced upon me because they felt like it would be a good look for me, which it would have been. But you know, if you really believe in something, you stand on it. Like, oh, this is not me, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I felt like I should have said that before it becoming like, oh, she's not taking it serious.
Yeah.
Because I said yes and took it on.
Yeah. Okay, good for you.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. And as far as the business side of things and the fine print, any lessons learned there?
Oh shit! Don't sign your name on nothing that you haven't read. Get your own fucking lawyer.
Yeah, because who knows what all that shit means?
I don't. So you know, I had a manager. My first time trying to really take my music seriously, I was like a fucking junior in high school, and I was like, Mom, he lives in Atlanta. Like he's gonna do all this and all this for me. Like he was just selling the dream. Yeah. But he was really horrible. Okay. Yeah, he was really bad. But I had signed this contract without my mom knowing, without anybody knowing. Oh. Because I was really eager about my music. I was like, I'm really good. People comment on my stuff all the time. I get posted everywhere. I'm ready. I think I can do it. I see everybody else my age doing it, signing stuff. Don't ever sign shit that you haven't read. Yeah. If you're 15 or 35. Yeah. Or 65. Or 65. Don't do it.
Did you get stuck in something at that point or no?
No. I'm glad that he wasn't really good with paperwork either. Yeah. So it was something that was easy to get out of. But it was definitely a situation where it was like he was trying to take from me more than he was trying to get from me.
So that's probably a good bad situation where you didn't get stuck in something and you get too screwed over. Yes. But you also
and at that moment in time, I really wasn't making anything for him to take.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is great. But he was trying to put his address on checks that would have been for me and things like that. It was really crazy. Yeah. Flat out fucker. Exactly. He sucks. But you know, I'm here now, and he's probably like, damn, you know.
Yeah. Being a female in this industry, what's been the hardest thing? What's been the hardest thing to deal with? Biggest challenge?
Everybody commenting about your look. As a female artist, I love getting this question because I feel like other people that are trying to be rappers, other women that are trying to be rappers need to know, you don't have to look a specific way, you don't have to sound a specific way. As women, we just get more, bullshit. We get pulled apart and picked apart and stuff. Yeah. And I just feel shut the fuck up as trolls. Shut up. We all look different. Back in the 90s and 80s, they weren't oh, Queen Latifah looks like this and Lauryn Hill looks like this. They were good ass fucking artists, and that's just what it was. But now it's all of them are starting to look alike, and all of them are starting to sound alike. Just respect the music, love who you love, and just get on with life.
I like that.
That is definitely the biggest thing. People are always pulling female artists apart. Yeah. I hate that shit.
I hate that stuff too. And then the comparisons too.
The comparisons.
I feel I'm sure men do get compared to each other too, but females definitely do.
Yeah, I think it's on a different level for women because we already have to work 500 times as harder to get respected in the music industry. So for you to
go ahead.
So for them to pick us apart is just crazy.
Yeah. Again, kick rocks.
Exactly.
And as far as so something for me, just in my life, I'm not an artist, but I get so nervous about negotiating anything financially. Even though I know I'm a hard worker, I'm great at what I do, I still get nervous about it. For you, how do you, and this is coming from someone who knows her worth but still gets nervous. Where do you stand and how do you deal with that aspect?
I let my manager deal with it because he knows my worth better than me because I am a very humble spirit. So I'm we can work with that. We can work with that. He's no, because everybody's going to want to pay you that because word gets around and you know what I'm saying?
So you got to set the standard high.
Yeah, he's more of a businessman than me. I don't have that business hat. I'm learning things as I go in the industry though, about money and contracts and the ins and outs of stuff, the black and white. Yeah. So I'm still learning.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm very humble with things. I'm just $8,000, cool. Yeah. Nobody try to book me for $8,000 though.
Yeah. Well, you're probably surprised. With your manager, you probably are able to sometimes double what you thought you could make.
Exactly.
So for you, it's less about being nervous to ask for something and more about,
what do you think that I like? It's more like, what do you think that they owe me? And he like, oh, let's strive high, because if anything, we can like knock them down. We don't want somebody to be like, oh, this all I can pay, and then try to make them go up.
Yeah. And have you made any great financial investments yet, or any like huge?
I've had a great lump sum of money given to me, and now I'm trying to figure out what's the best thing to invest in. But I really have been talking to like my mom and my grandma, because they are really big on investments. They do like real estate, and she has group homes. She has a lot of stuff lined up for her. So that'll be coming soon. I want to make sure my money is in all the right places.
So real estate?
Yes. She has a group home. And she has a business. I forgot what it's called. I'm sorry. At-home health clinic, but she helps like pregnant ladies get help with everything, with all that type of stuff. So she has a few businesses under her stuff.
That's really cool. So for you, so do you own a home yet?
I do not, but like I said, this lump sum of money just came really, really like, recently. And it will be coming soon. My CEO really wants me to get me a home.
That's cool. And also rental properties, and I don't know if you're interested in that, but like I love thinking about investments as far as like, it's not just the stock market, it's like what else, how can you make like residual income?
Exactly. Everybody gotta have more streams of income.
Yeah, so maybe the next time we talk, you'll be like, I own a home, I got 4 investment properties, I got tenants across the board.
I got some Airbnbs out here in New York.
Let's go back a little bit. Can we dig into, so you're from Milwaukee.
Yes.
Am I supposed to pronounce the L?
In my name?
No, in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yep. It's Milwaukee.
And I think the New York in me wants to say Milwaukee.
Milwaukee?
Which is like,
I believe you.
Yeah, which is not right. But so can you paint a picture of what life was like growing up, family,
For sure.
home?
So Lakeyah was a very, very shy and reserved girl.
Okay.
Very, very like, didn't have many friends, glasses, braces, like that.
The whole 9 yards.
The whole 9 yards of a little geek freak or whatever. But that was me. But I've always had my mom and my 3 siblings. It's just been us. My immediate family is like, we were really, really tight. We are really, really tight. And Milwaukee is just Milwaukee. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's my city, so I love it, and it's normal to me. But to other people, it's just crazy and everywhere and scary. It gets so boring that they find criminal activities to do.
Okay.
And it seems like a dark cloud is covering our city, because it's not as easy to blow up or like have these opportunities take you to the next level where we're from.
Yeah.
And
I'm guessing that's just because well, I'm sure there's a lot of factors actually.
There's a lot of factors, probably. It's very small. Not too many people came from my city and stuff. Don't get me wrong, there's like crazy talent where I'm from, but it's just really hard. It seems like dreams are impossible to reach.
Yeah.
I'm the first rapper, I'm gonna say female rapper, because we had a guy named Cuckoo Cow have a like hit song back a long, long time ago. Look him up if you don't know. His name Cuckoo Cow. His song was called In My Projects, but I'm like the first like rapper out of Milwaukee. And
which is so dope.
It is. I created history. Like I was, like I said, a XXL freshman, first person they see on their TVs with billboards in Times Square. Like, it's crazy.
So when you're, because now, do you live in Atlanta or do you
Atlanta,
Okay. So when you go back to Milwaukee, are people recognizing you on the street? Is it like...
Oh, yeah.
Can you go out to eat?
See, I wouldn't go back to Milwaukee as far as my safety right now.
Okay.
But hell yeah, like when I go back, it's like Lakeyah City. You know what I'm saying?
That's so cool.
You know, like, and I just love Milwaukee. They show me love. Like, I'm the first.
Yeah.
You know, all they have. Lit.
Yeah. And okay, so before we like get too far into the family thing, so your siblings, can you break us, like, what's the age difference?
Yeah.
Who you're closest with?
For sure.
Who's everyone?
So I have an older brother. His name is Laquan. He's 24.
Okay.
My sister under me name is Kanaya, and she's 18. She just graduated high school. And my youngest sister is 11, I'd say.
Okay.
She's 11. She's about to go like to middle school and stuff like that.
Okay.
But the top three are all 3 years apart, so we've always been like this.
Super close.
But me and my sister have always been the closest. We went to every school together. We fought hoes together. Yeah, sorry. But, you know, we beat girls up together. Like, we used to wear the same clothes all the time, like we were twins. And
oh, I love that. That's so cool about having a sister.
Yeah, we were super close. I moved away. It was kind of sad. Like, it kind of put like a little string, yeah, on a relationship. But nonetheless, we're still tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That works. And what is, I'm guessing that you're the older siblings. There's one who's 11 who's probably just in school, but
yes,
they're not pursuing music?
No. So my brother wants to pursue music though. He's like, he low-key did music before me.
Oh,
Him
really?
and my older cousin Myra, he passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you. But he had passed away, and they were really tight. And like their old house, they would be doing music in the basement. Like, I never really thought about it when I was younger. I was just trying to be down, you know?
Yeah.
So I never really thought about it, but he wants to do music. Nobody else. Like, my sister wants to have her own like clothing boutique, and my little sister says she wants to be something new every day.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, there's people who are like in their 30s who are still figuring that out.
Yeah, and she's 11, so.
Yeah, so she's got plenty of time.
Hell time, exactly.
And then, so your dad was just never in the picture?
No, I never had a relationship with my father.
And go ahead.
He's been, yeah, it wasn't even like an in and out thing. He was just like absent.
And your mom just held it down and was able to?
She was a real, sorry mama, but she was.
That's incredible.
She's incredible, for sure.
And are you close with her then?
Distance put a little in our relationship, but definitely.
Okay.
I'm her first daughter, so she has no choice.
Yeah. I'm guessing the going to college and not telling her you were not going.
She doesn't care now.
Okay.
You know, she's down. Like, she comes to the shows. Like, she's the mom to Lakeyah, so that's enough for her.
Yeah.
And she was on my ass so bad when I dropped out of college. She was like, you made me spend all my motherfucking money, like, on you to drop out in less than a motherfucking semester. I didn't even finish the semester. I had to hear that for a really long time. She kind of like gave me like a now you got to figure it out thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I get that, but I also think that like you knew what you were doing.
Yeah.
And like you said, you were like, I already like wasn't going to school. Like I had to do this.
I had like literally, the plan was to not go to school. Like, I had literally started distancing myself from the school. It was so bad. Like, I was like going, and then out of nowhere, I was just like, I'm not showing up today.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where they were like, where the fuck is this girl? So they're like calling people, emergency contacts. I'm like, shit, I should have just told them I was about to drop out, because now they calling and stuff. So that's how that happened.
And if you had just told your mom, like, I want to move to Atlanta, let me have a shot and not go to school, would she just have laughed in your face?
I don't know. I don't really know, because I think she saw like all the love I got from freestyles and stuff. But like I said, some dreams seem unobtainable. Yeah. Where I'm from. So it's kind of like, girl, go to school. Vibe. I don't think she would have laughed at me, but she probably would have told me like, well, I want you to get a degree. Like, I want you to, but I didn't really want that. And I think it's dope as shit that Megan Thee Stallion was able to graduate college and still be like this huge rap artist. But for me, you know, it's just not for everybody.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so with signing to Quality Control, do you ever feel, and I guess not just quality control related, maybe just like generally speaking too. Yeah. But being like, again, established but developing at the same time. Yeah. Do you ever feel like the little sister in the room? Like, how do you kind of figure out? How do you figure out like I'm like owning when you walk in the room versus like?
I literally got signed at 19 years old, so it's always like, oh, little Lakeyah, you know, Lakeyah's the little sister. You so cute, like that type of vibe. I'm a grown ass woman. Like, I just turned 21. Like, now I'm like owning it. I feel like people. It came with how I started dressing and how like I started stepping into my womanhood too, how people started to address me. Because when I came, I really was like, I was tomboyish. I still am, but I was more tomboyish, and I was more like I was like a newbie. Like, I didn't know what I was doing. I just was trying to figure out college and life in Atlanta. So, but everybody treats me like the little sister though. I'm like the youngest girl on the label.
And is that fine because you kind of like are the newcomer?
Yeah, it's fine. You know, I got a lot of time to make mistakes, so I like being young.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's good advice for other people who are young too.
It is, because sometimes you like, I'm young as fuck. Like, I'm 21, but girl, I'd rather be 21 than like, no shade or nothing, finna be 40 and don't got it figured out.
Yeah. And at some point there'll be other artists who are the newbies, and then you'll be kind of showing them the ropes in some capacity too.
Exactly.
And how does it work as far as like you kind of getting to know the other artists on the label? Does Quality Control do anything to?
Oh, they have all type of events where we like see each other and stuff. So if I didn't see them the first day, I'm gonna see them someday. You know, P makes sure that I'm like at all the concerts. Like Baby, I just watched Baby bring out Drake. Like I got to watch Drake perform in Canada, so that was like crazy as shit. But they always have events. Like everybody gets a birthday party. I had a birthday dinner. Everybody came to mine, from Lil Yachty to the girls.
That's dope.
It's a family-oriented label, and I think that's why I really wanted to be a part of it.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your music process.
Okay.
And also just getting started. You started at like what? Am I right that it's 15?
15. Yeah.
Okay. So any insight into your journey there and what your process is like now?
So I always wanted to be a rapper. Like I got this video out on YouTube. I'm about to post it when I post my EP, but I was like fucking 10 years old rapping. I just found it.
That's really cool.
Right? Like I just found it. I was like 11 rapping with my cousins and stuff. So it's always been in me. It was really good. My first rap name was Lil Gucci Barbie.
Lil Gucci Barbie.
Yes. So I've always wanted to rap, but I was on a poetry slam team in high school, and they were like, girl, you sound like a rapper. Like, you should rap. I went home, I did a challenge, and it was like, I just kept going viral. Every time I like remix somebody's stuff, the artist's song that I remixed would like comment on my stuff. I'm like, I'm lit, like I'm famous.
Yeah.
Basically.
But you were gaining a following.
I was.
That, right?
I had like, I'm not gonna lie, out of my city, I probably, as a young girl, like probably like 16, I had hit 100K, and that's rare.
Yeah.
From where I'm from.
Yeah.
250K when I turned like 17, and then it got to like almost I hit 500K when I was going to my senior year. Oh my God, this shit is crazy. Oh my God.
I hope no one takes a poop in the air.
Oh my God. This New York shit is crazy.
Welcome to New York. So you hit 500K when you were 17?
Yes. So I hit 500K, and then like ever since then I was just like working. QC found me, and I'm at $1 million now. So.
Yeah, that's so cool. And even like, I mean, besides your city, like, yeah, there's a lot of people with a following, but like, it probably, if you think about like the percentage of people with a big following in the world, it's probably not that high.
It's not.
So that's a big accomplishment.
Yeah,
either
it was
way.
crazy.
And so with the music, it was like you just kind of did it out of interest, and then started to really like it. And,
like I always knew I could sing. So I've always been a singer, singing at the family little events, sung at my graduation,
love that.
All that little stuff. But I never knew that I was lyrically gifted. Like I was this good right now. So it took the challenges. It took me putting myself out there and seeing how many people like resonated with me and actually fucked with like what I was putting out there. It was just like, oh, you know, great. Cause I got a lot more to say.
Yeah.
And that's what it took, just putting myself out there. I tell people that a lot. They were like, how did you just get the courage to do it? Girl, I was in box braids, glasses, braces. Teeth wasn't always looking like nothing. I didn't look like anything. I was fresh out of school sometimes in my uniform, buttoned up to my neck like this, just rapping and going viral. So it wasn't even about like the look or anything. It wasn't even about me being confident, because back then I really wasn't as confident as I am now. It was about like what I was giving to the people and what they were getting from it. Like they were loving it. Like I just got so many DMs, people like, you helping me get through a breakup and all this stuff. And I'm like, great, bitch. I love that for you.
Yes. By the way, did you have braces? What, your teeth are...
These are veneers now.
Okay.
But I did have braces. I had braces from 6th grade to fucking...
Oh yeah, you said braces. You said
6th grade to 12th grade. Oh my God. Damn. Yeah, so exactly. They were fucked up. I mean, they were bad. Like, I guess bad teeth ran in my dad's side of the family. My mom has a nice set of teeth. I don't know why I got those genetics, but that's what happened.
That's what it is. It's fine. You got plenty of great genetics.
Yeah, and then braces became a trend after a while. So it was like, everybody wanted braces when I was in like fucking high school and stuff. Everybody wanted braces as an accessory, like, and I wanted them off. So.
Yeah. Well, you had them for so long.
I had them for so long.
Yeah, way too long. But your teeth are great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So when you go to the studio or like in your day-to-day life, just as far as making music, do you have a process?
Yeah, I'm trying to step out of my process now because I had gotten so comfortable with it that it was kind of like the music was, I'm not gonna say boring, but it was getting like stagnant. Like we've heard this before, Lakeyah type vibe. So my process has always been to write at home, come prepared, because that's always what I've known to do. Like, that's how I prepare for music. But now it's like, I try to sit in the studio with these hit makers, like Hitmaker. I wrote my single that's like going up right now out here in New York in the studio. And I usually don't do that because I get nervous around these people that don't work with fucking Beyonce and Rihanna and shit. So, you know, I've been learning to like sit there and really like feel that creative process with them and feel that energy and create something like that organically instead of coming like, oh, I got a verse finished already, y'all. I love this process. I'm seemingly creating a lot of hits. And
so you can just kind of like make yourself uncomfortable in that situation and get comfortable with it?
Yes.
So you're
I've learned to make myself uncomfortable if you want something great to happen, you know, because I really am, like when I'm comfortable, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. But I had to have a lot of pep talks with my A&R, with my CEO, and they like, you know, for you to do this, you have to get yourself out of that comfort zone. Work with these people that you don't think are gonna look at you like, we don't think she can do it, because when I get in the room with them, I'm proving something to them.
Yeah.
So it's dope now. I fuck with the whole situation.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I think that's a testament to your confidence, because you're able to like go in there and show up and be like, yo, I might sound really fucking shitty today, but if I do this like time after time, I'm gonna get it right. Great.
Yes.
Right?
It definitely comes with the confidence, like going in there like, yeah, I know you worked with Rihanna, she ain't worked with me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you this, and we're gonna make something great together. So
yeah. And also to clarify, when I said I might sound really fucking shitty, I mean just as far as coming out of your like
comfort zone.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay. Want to be clear about that. So, oh, by the way, you can obviously say no to this, but would you be comfortable? Can you freestyle? Can you, or like?
Oh no, not today. Not today.
That's fine. Maybe on the next one.
Maybe on the next one.
Maybe on the next one. That's fine.
For sure.
And when you mentioned how you weren't that confident, and like at one point you didn't have that confidence. What led you there?
What led me to the confidence?
Yeah.
Really wanting more like out of my career, because I could be in the same place as I was last year if I hadn't like started working with these like great producers and people that have worked in the music industry for so long and listen to these people. Because I'm a very defensive person. Like as an artist, you get really sensitive about your craft.
Yeah.
Like sensitive about your shit. Like I just did this long ass fucking hard ass song and you're trying to tell me that it's bad.
Yeah.
You know? Like that is
you care about it and you're putting time into it.
Exactly. So it's really about if you want more. Like you want to be up there with the greats, then you got to do what the greats did, and the greats didn't stay in their comfort zone.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. And when you were a part of a, what was it, a slam poetry team?
Yes.
Was that like cool? Was it not cool? Did you not care?
So at the moment I didn't care. I was kind of like a nonchalant teen in high school. But my advisor, we all had advisors in high school.
Yeah, same.
She told me like, you know, you're really good. Like I was doing the raps for our little pep rallies and stuff. She like, just come join the slam team. So I did, and I liked it, putting my thoughts on paper.
That's cool.
So I stuck with it. But when it started becoming like rap, it was like I just began to love it. Like people ask me, do I like singing or rapping more? I love rapping because you can just like put it all out there. I can curse. I can just get all the thoughts out. You can curse and singing, but it's just something about rapping that just does it for me. That's why I love New York. Yeah. Home of hip hop.
I love that.
Yeah.
I wish I could rap, but I most definitely cannot and will not.
You can rap along to the songs.
Yes. And like just the way like you can put together the words and
crazy.
Like yeah, like I watched your freestyle with Funk Flex.
Yeah.
And like I'm just like, how do you?
Yeah.
How does it?
I think I'm gonna teach a class.
Work? You should.
I really cannot tell people because it's just God given. It just happens.
Yeah, it's just natural.
Like sometimes I can get very stuck and I can take like thoughts from people or like ideas from people, but it really just, once I hear a beat and I'm influenced, it's like telling a story for me, at least.
That's dope.
Pretty easy.
That's really cool. So is there anything that we haven't talked about that we should?
We talked about everything. I mean, I have a new single out called Mind Your Business featuring Lotto.
Yes.
So that's doing amazing right now.
Yes.
For me. And I have a new EP dropping. We already talked about that, but No Pressure is coming 6/17 on Friday.
Hell yeah.
I'm just excited to keep working. That's my favorite thing to do. You know, this is my dream. So I just like rapping. And more music will be coming. I got a lot of festivals coming up that I'm gonna be performing on. I did like all the Rolling Louds last year, so I'll be doing that again. And yeah, I'm gonna be outside all summer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so
40 minutes.
okay, that's perfect. So
That was a
Lakeyah,
very nice conversation.
Thanks
I loved
for
it.
being here. Oh, good. I appreciate it.
I'm about you know, I'm praying that this blows up. Like this whole idea that you had, these interviews are really nice.
Thanks so much. That means so much to me. I
Very
appreciate
easy to
it.
talk to. It's, interviewers are kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
kind of pry shit out of you sometimes.
Well, that's why I try to be like, if there's things that I want to ask about, I'm like, are you comfortable?
Exactly.
Okay,
I love that.
Yeah, because I wouldn't want to talk about shit I wouldn't want to talk about either.
Exactly.
Anyway, Lakeyah, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
What's up, y'all? It's Lakeyah, the female GOAT.
Doing street walks with Saige.
And we're about to turn up, so I need everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's turn this video up.